Alright, we're making this video real quick just to jump in and go over what a task is and go high level. We're just going to jump into our decoy customer we've set up called Joe Offer from one of our previous videos. Big thing about a task is it's basically just a way to set up a reminder for yourself or maybe somebody in your office to follow up with what's going on here. So let's jump into this. We're in the contact here for Joe Offer. We can see he's got all this activity over here because he's been clicking on our website. So we certainly want to set a task up. So let's set up an add. Let's click task up here first off, and then let's click add new. And then let's just call this task follow up from initial call. Joe claims our offer for a free week. Follow up. Let's see if we can get him to sign up for monthly. So pretty standard note here. Now I don't have anybody on this CRM right here, so it's going to say not assigned. But this is going to be a chance if you have a user on the CRM where you can assign that task to a certain person. So it's really cool. So imagine, let's say you're the manager and you have two admins maybe working in your office. You could systematically go through all the leads and then assign all of the follow-up tasks for somebody else. Or let's say maybe it's a real estate office or a mortgage office. Maybe there's specific tasks that need to be followed up with by certain people. And then the big thing here is setting the due date on the task. So when do we want to follow up? So today is October 6th when I'm making the video. Maybe we want to let him enjoy his free week. And why don't we catch him maybe a week from today? And why don't we put a mention in here for a follow-up at, let's say 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. And then we're just going to hit, looks like we changed that. Let's change that back to 10 a.m. Now we're going to save it. So Thursday, October 13th, 10 a.m., we're going to follow up with Joe Offer. So let's save this. And really, that's it. So where this is going to show up is if we go over to our dashboard. And the dashboard is going to show up, and really we don't have any tasks for today. So traditionally what's going to happen down here, you have your manual actions, and then your tasks are also going to show up down here. The day in the future, so on the 13th when this shows back up, it's actually going to show up being due on here. So let's go in here and let's make another, let's see if we can set a task that's due for today. So test. Let's see if it's going to let us do something for today at 6 p.m. Save. So this is a task that we made today. So you can see the difference here. Check it out in the notes or under task, as it's monitoring and showing you this stuff. It says due today. But really what we're looking for is the dashboard. So if we scroll down a little bit, here we are, tasks. This is kind of just the normal dashboard layout. So the cool thing is when you're logging in every day, as you filed away tasks and stuff like that on previous days, they're going to show up on here. So if you're running a full and busy office, you might have 5, 10, 15, 20 tasks showing up on here. So really a task is a great way to continue following up on a lead. So that's really the whole point of the task. A lot of times you might not see, I cleared the task there. The whole goal is to continue to follow up with the customers. That's the whole point of the system here. So if we fulfilled that task, honestly, unless this person has bought already, let's just say that we had our 6 o'clock call. Now let's set another task. Because if Joe, Joe may be on the call, said I'm going to think about it. Cool. Tell Joe you're going to call him in a week. Maybe we try to pin down a time to call him. He says, just follow up with me. And you're thinking, great. Let's just call and follow up. Wanted to think about it. Not assign this. Again, this would be where you would assign it to whatever team member. And now again, we're back to maybe following up. We set this just for maybe a week from now. So the 14th, let's just set this for 10 a.m. Boom. Now we have a follow-up task. So really, anytime I'm talking to a customer, unless they've gotten through my offer process into some next part of my system, I should probably have a task or I should have a booked appointment. So if you can't get a booked appointment with the customer for the next call to keep your relationship going, the task is traditionally the next best thing. Task is also great for somebody who might be a mortgage processor or in the real estate business, because the task is going to be kind of a completely different thing. It could be follow up with the appraiser, it could be follow up with the underwriter, so it might not have anything to do with the customer at all in that case. So whole idea here was to kind of run through what a task was, would go high level on how to do it. Something that we can jump into here, probably another video, would be automating based upon that task. So let's get in here and just create a blank workflow, and let's just see what our options here are real quick. I'm just going to search for task up here and task added. So these are our options, and then we're going to add filters. Let's see what high level is giving us. So here's the cool thing, is we can create automations based upon a task being assigned for a certain user. It looks like that's probably going to be our big automation thing here for a task, or based upon a custom field, but really it doesn't look like the automations are really fantastic. It looks like the whole point of the task itself is just the art of follow-up. So not seeing a ton of stuff here from a task standpoint that I would want to use from the automation. Again, I think the task is just kicking the can down the road. So certainly reach out to me if you have any more questions. I'll drop my email, and I'll drop a link at the bottom here where you could get a trial account for high level 2 if you want that.